Yo, what is good, YouTube, and welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, we're doing part 2 of ranking the best cards in NBA 2K23 MyTEAM on this tier list. Part 1 was over on my boy Evan's channel. Of course, we're joined by Evan for this tier list. We like to get y'all one of these at least every month. It's been about 3 weeks. A lot of new cards in the game, so I thought it'd be a great time to give y'all our best cards tier list. Make sure y'all go check out part 1 over on Evan's channel. Of course, I'll leave the link in the description below. Make sure y'all go drop him a sub, all that stuff. Show him some love. We agreed a lot in part 1, I'll be honest, so that's not common with these last few tier lists. We've argued about a lot of stuff, but we'll see if that continues into part 2. With that being said, how we doing, Evan? Appreciate you coming on.
I'm doing good, man. So far, like JC said, haven't disagreed too much, which is a very rare occasion. So I'm looking through the tier list. I mean, there might be a couple cards we do disagree on. We'll definitely have to find out. But yeah, just excited to rank these cards. A lot of great cards to go over in my team. So yeah, let's just get right into it.
Yep. So we got 25 guys here. We did 25 guys in part 1 as well. So these are the top 50 cards in the game, in our opinion. KPJ, I think, has to go high C. He just doesn't quite have the SIGs, I feel like, in the fade and stuff. But his release is incredible. He's got one of the best releases in the game. Really good budget PG, but I'd go C.
Yeah, I think for me it is the best jump shot in the game for me personally. I just feel like I can't miss with the card, whether it's catch and shoot, whether it's off the dribble, whether it's contested, bad load up animations. For me, I feel like I can just agree with the card every single time. So he's definitely C tier. I think he's a little bit worse than a card like a Jimmy Butler. There's some other point guards on here that I think he's also worse than. So I think you got to go C tier, slightly better than Gilbert Arenas in my opinion.
Where would you put Kyle Kuzma? B or C?
I would go high C.
Okay, because kind of like great. KPJ, incredible release,
yeah.
Really good all-around card. There's just so many good cards at this point in the game.
I think KPJ at small forward like that. I think Kyle Kuzma is KPJ at the 3.
Yeah, I think they're honestly really similar type cards. Incredible releases, really good cards, just slightly better options all the way around in terms of some of these higher tier cards. Brook Lopez, I think, has to go. I mean, I'd put him B. I think he's better than Hakeem and Dwight. I really do.
See, I was about to say A tier, but I think B.
Whoa.
I think B is. Yeah,
is he,
B is.
I don't
think he's that much worse than Dikembe. I really don't think he's that much worse than Dikembe.
Yeah, but I don't think Dirk or D-Rob are either. Like, I think he's on the same level as those guys, and I think KP and Dikembe might be a slight step ahead. So
I think you go B then.
Yeah,
I B.
I agree.
Yeah.
Luka's S tier.
Really?
Yes. And yes, he's my favorite player in the league right now. He's the best. He's the best 3-hunting guard in the game.
We're going to have a lot of discussion here in a second because there is way more than 3 cards that deserve to be in S tier. That's all I'm going to say.
Well, we might have more than 10 guys in S tier, though. I'm going to be honest.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah. If you want to go for more than 10 cards, Luka's S tier. I was just saying if we're going for 10, I don't know. But yeah, if we're going more than 10, then he's definitely.
I think he's the best 3-hunting card in the game right now. Like, at any position.
Yeah.
And if you play your lineup right, you put him there, you put somebody like Tim Thomas or Big Z or KG or anybody big at the 2 and then a big guy at the 3. You've got size around him and he's your main ball handler. He's the best point guard in the game if you run your lineup like that.
I agree.
Like, I think it's him, Ben, and Jokic are the 3 best point guards in the game. It all depends on how you like to run your lineup.
Yeah, I'd say put him in S for now.
Yeah. Is Manu like B or C?
He's better than KPJ in my opinion. Is he
better than he's B? He's got to be B. I agree.
I think he's B because I think he's like Jimmy Butler level. I mean, depends what you need. If you want defense, you go Jimmy. If you're building more of a defensive lineup or you want a defensive card at your point guard position, you go Jimmy. If you want offense, a guy that can score at your point guard spot, you go Manu. So it really just depends what you need.
I gotta agree. And then also Marc Gasol. I mean, A or B?
I'm damn near about to say.
I'm so close to I think I'll say this. I think he's better than D-Rob. Do I think he's better than Dirk? That is so close.
5, it's not close, in my opinion.
It's kind of close.
I just don't think Dirk's a great 5. I think he's a great 4. I like him more than Marc Gasol at the 4. I like him more than D-Rob at the 4. I like him more than Dikembe at the 4. I think he's a great power forward. I just don't know about him at the center position. That's the only thing.
All right, 3 seconds. I'm gonna count down. Give me your A or B. 3, 2, 1.
A.
I'm going with A as well. I had him hovered over A. Marc Gasol, one of the best value cards in all of my team. If y'all have overlooked that card, don't. He's incredible. Yao Ming. Don't think we got to discuss this one too much. He's the second best card in the game after Minute. He's S tier, no doubt.
Yeah, he's S.
Now, MJ, I'd go A.
He's A because
he's not S. He's not better than Luka.
Yeah, he's not Luka. He's not Ben Simmons. He's not Jokic. He's that tier below. I think there's also Ron Artest here somewhere. He'll also be A tier.
Y'all want a hot take? Hedo's better than MJ.
I won't disagree with that. I really won't. I mean, I would still probably take MJ over here, but I don't think it's crazy. I don't think that's a hot take. I think it's close.
I don't know. Some people are gonna think that's a hot take, I bet, but I'm taking Hedo over MJ. That being said, they're both A tier. Penny's D. His release just blows, and he's not big.
I wouldn't go D. I'd go C, but it's kind of like
I'd use Gilbert over Penny, dude. I really would.
Would you really?
I would. I'm dead serious. I think Penny might be the worst point guard on this list.
So like if you're loading up a $500 wager, $300 wager, you're using Gilbert Arenas over
100%. Yes. If I'm wagering, I'm using Gilbert over Penny, and I'm just surrounding Gilbert with size. If I have to use one of those two PGs, I'm going to use Gilbert. Because it's not like Penny's 6'10". He's 6'7" without the best player build in the world, and his release is not good.
Yeah, honestly, I think Embiid I can get behind D too. Like him and Penny and Embiid I can get behind in D, so I think it's fair.
Yeah, I just don't think he's very good. That's my opinion. Same thing with a guy like Cade Cunningham. Similar. He's not on this list, but I'd put him D as well. Like I just don't think guys like that with bad releases who don't have incredible size are just limited. I think Big Z's got to go A just because he's 7'3".
You have to. He's 7'3" at the 2 or the 3. I mean, yeah.
The size is just something you can't undervalue. It gives you such versatility in your lineup as well. Say you're running a smaller power forward, and you want to have your power forward guard a wing, and then you have Big Z who can guard Taka, who can guard Yao, he can guard Peter, he can guard Sabonis, he can at least semi-compete against Manute. Like, he gives you the size and the defense to compete against those guys in the interior and the lineup versatility. I
will say something that I found out with Big Z that I like to run personally is running Thurl Bailey. Like, I'm not talking about like the best team in the game, but running Thurl Bailey at the 4 and then having Big Z at the 3 or the 2.
I like that. I do.
Thurl's like a lock type of card where he can guard any position.
Right.
But then you switch matchups in game where you have Thurl on like the guard and then Big Z on the power forward center. So
I like that a lot, to be honest. We'll get to Thurl Bailey here in a second. I am high on him. I'll just say that. But Michael Red's got to go C, right?
He's C tier. He's a great offensive card. Honestly, I literally think KPJ, Kyle Kuzma, and Michael Red are the exact same card. One at point guard, one at shooting guard, one at small.
I agree. You want offense? You need somebody to run some offense, get you some buckets, elite releases, all that stuff. Those are your guys. If you're looking for quote-unquote budget options, and they're all pretty cheap. So
they're all budget cards.
Exactly. Even Kuzma's pretty cheap, honestly.
He's like $40K.
That's not that expensive. Kareem's B.
B.
He's not A.
You still got to put him on the same tier as D-Rob, Dirk. And
yes,
like,
but he's not A.
He's not A. No. He's not A. Kristaps is better. Dikembe's better. Mark's better.
I agree.
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely B. I wouldn't say C because I like him more than like Hakeem Dwight.
I agree. Yeah. Ricky Davis, is he C too or is he B?
I would probably go B. I don't know. Like I think he's better than Michael Red.
I'm gonna give him B because of the Oscar upper.
Yeah,
I think the release is just so nice. I think we gotta go B. Y'all have used Ricky. Y'all know he's one of the best 300s in the game. Ron Artest has to go A. I feel like he's on the exact same level as a guy like MJ and Hito. I feel like all three of those guys should be in the same tier.
Yeah, very similar.
I think he's an awesome. He's just Jimmy Butler but better. That's basically what he is in my opinion.
He's Jimmy Butler with a better jump shot, better dribble sigs.
Yeah, very similar sigs actually. But yes, he's got a better release.
A little bit better sigs, but yeah.
Yes. Jalen Rose, I would almost. I'm not going to. I would almost put him D. I think he's C. The release is.
See, now
I
this
can't
is
stand it. I can't stand it.
I
I did gameplay with him today, and I was so disappointed.
What? Did you just say D?
He's not
You're
D.
telling me right now he's on the same tier as Penny Hardaway and Gilbert Arenas, and he's below.
No,
KPJ.
I'm putting him C. But I think he's below KPJ. Yes, I would run KPJ over Jalen Rose.
Wow.
Where would you put him? B?
I was hovering over A.
What?
I think he's Hito Turkoglu. I don't think he's much worse than Hito.
Hito is bigger with a way better release, better defensive badges.
Hito Turkoglu is a better point guard.
By a lot. Not by a little bit.
I guess we're going C, but like...
I just can't.
I would realistically put him B. Realistically, I'd put him B. I want to go C.
I don't
want to go D, kind of C.
It's just he's not an elite defender, and he's not an elite offensive guard because his release isn't that great.
Yeah. I guess.
Like, if he had a bunch of defensive badges, I don't know, man.
Yeah, that is the one thing. He doesn't have any defensive hops. That's a big flaw, but...
Arvidas,
go C tier.
B. I don't like Arvidas. I'd put him C. Yeah, thank you for
checking. Jump shot. He is the worst jump shot in the game.
I don't know why Peter's not on this list. I'd have Peter B.
Oh, I forgot Peter.
I'd have Peter B. I'll just throw that out there for you. Those of you who wonder where he is. I think he's better than Arvidas. And I got some backlash on that one when I did my top 10 centers last week or whatever. People were like, "You really like Peter better than Arvidas?" It's not that close in my opinion. Way better release.
He's way better.
I mean, Arvidas, he's just big. That's his main value is that he's big and has good speed for a big guy.
Yeah, I agree.
That's it. Steve Smith is B. He's high B.
You don't think he's A?
He's A. We're gonna have a lot of A tiers, but you're right. He is A. He's
got to be A.
He is A. I mean, yeah, you're right. He's the closest thing to T-Mac and Terry at the 2.
He's got to be A.
In terms of like
Terry's
shot
also
creator,
A.
SIGs, all that stuff.
Terry S?
Terry is close to S still. I like T-Mac more than Terry. Some people like Terry more than T-Mac. I think that one's pretty much
put them on
opinion.
the same tier. You can't split them up. I don't think so.
Okay, but I think Hero Tim is better than both.
I agree.
In most
but I
lineups.
think they both got to be S or they both have to be A. I don't think you can separate the two.
We have so many A tier cards, but they all deserve to be an A. None of these guys should be.
No, but I'm
down.
saying put Terry in S with T-Mac and Tim.
You know what? I'm cool with it. We go Terry S, and we'll go Team. Let's just put T-Mac up there as well because they're very similar. They're basically the same card. They're pretty much opinion. T-Mac and Terry are both S tier. Thorough Bailey, A. Almost
He's
S.
amazing.
I'm not bugging when I say almost S. They gave him such.
I don't know if I go that far, but like
he's 6'11" with an incredible release and a top tier SIGs and every single key off pretty much.
I just don't know if he's KG or Bobo level up to 3, but yeah.
I think it's close. I don't know if he's not Bobo level. KG at the 3, it's close. I would take Thorough. I mean, I would take KG, but not by a lot.
Yeah, I can see it.
But
a little bit.
you're
Yeah,
right. We'll go A. Tim is S. I think Hero Tim especially is the best shooting guard in the game right now.
He is the best shooting guard, yeah.
The regular Tim, which isn't on this list, we didn't include the non-hero cards. Borderline S, borderline A. It's close, but the Hero Tim is S. He's the best shooting guard in the game. Tyson Chandler is not a card I've used. Is he like B?
Okay, so it really comes down to if you like his jump shot because he plays amazing defense. He's quick. He can grab rebounds. He's got a great player build. Like he's an amazing center. It just comes down to if you're wide open with the card, can you green? And I can agree with him consistently. I think he's Brooke Lopez, maybe Marc Gasol level, but I would go B.
Whoa, Marc Gasol level. Okay, he's B. If you think
I think he's great
close
at
to
the 5.
that,
Yeah, maybe not power forward. I haven't used him at the 4, but at the center position, he's Brooke Lopez.
I'm cool with that.
In my opinion, level of Marc Gasol. I think Marc Gasol is better, but I think he's level.
Okay,
same level.
I think we'll go B then. That sounds fair. I'd put Wilton D because his release blows horribly. It's so.
I said C. I'm down to go D. I hate Will. I hate Will, man. His jump shot is terrible.
His jump shot is awful. Like I don't like Hakeem's jumper. I don't like Dwight's jumper. I hate Wilt's jumper. It's a different level of really don't like. I'm putting Opal Yao still S, and I don't think it's that close. Like I think it's still an obvious S. Even with the new Yao coming out, this Yao is still a top 5 card in the game. What's crazy is that all the top 5 cards in the game are all Giants pretty much, which is just dumb. But whatever. That Yao's S as well. And Alonzo Mourning. My hot take, another hot take. I think he's borderline S too.
No, he's easily A, maybe S.
He's the best
I
offensive
thought you
power
the
forward in the
way,
game.
And I was literally about to whip my phone at the goddamn.
He's the best offensive power forward in the game. I understand he's only 6'10", but he has a 7'6" wingspan. Here's the thing about Alonzo. He is the perfect card. We talked about this in Evan's video, and we talked about Big Z, because I think that was Evan's video. Big Z is 7'3", and gives you ridiculous lineup versatility. If you have a guy like Big Z, Bull, somebody like that at your 2, at your 3, who gives you that type of size and versatility, Alonzo is the perfect power forward because he can guard smaller guys. He can create his own shot. He's still big. He's an incredible card. I don't think we can quite squeeze him S. I'm not going to quite say he's S, but it's damn close. And if you're running the right lineup in the right hands, he's an S tier card. I'm just going to put him A for today's video, but it's close.
Yeah, I can agree with that. I love Alonzo Mourning. He's so good. Yeah, I think he's easily A.
That's the thing I do want to say, though. We got this tier list. Obviously, y'all can look at it. And, like, we got some really good cards in some lower tiers. Like, the A tier cards are still incredible top tier cards. Can play at any competitive level. B tier, similar. Honestly, all these guys are still incredible. Even the C tier guys are all really good cards you can use. D tier, they're still usable, but they're not that next level great. But, like, we're at the point in the year, man. It's becomes more and more opinion. Use cards you want to use names you want to use guys from your favorite teams. We got a lot of absolute beasts. The only thing that is really OP, in all honesty, is unfortunately the Giants that we have in the game between Manute and Yao and Bull and Taco and guys like that. Because if those guys weren't in the game, you could use so many different cards at so many different positions and have such great lineup versatility. But unfortunately, you need a 7'3" and taller center and 7'3" and taller power forward. And if you don't have that, you're going to get murdered if you match up against the right lineup. It's just the way it is, unfortunately.
Yeah, no, I agree with that.
Outside of that, though, I think we agreed more, honestly, in this tier list than we've agreed in a while. So I hope y'all at least...
The only thing is Jalen Rose, but that's it.
Yeah, I can't get past the release and the fact that he doesn't have defensive house.
Well, honestly, you just said it's preference.
It is, yeah. There's a lot of preference. You're right.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, with that being said, that's what we're going to wrap up this tier list. I hope y'all did enjoy the video. Let me know what y'all's thoughts on this tier list are, on me and Evan's opinions, all that stuff. If you did enjoy the video, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe. Of course, go watch part 1 on Evan's channel. And yeah, hope y'all did enjoy. I'll be back with more 2K content very soon. And I appreciate y'all. Peace.